girls with petals for spring. Hello, today I'm going to show you how to work this baby beanie for girls for spring with petals. It is for the age from 4 to 6 months. It is for spring. If you like this, let's start. For working this beanie, I took the baby yarn. I took the baby yarn 100 acrylic. It is soft. 100 acrylic of high volume. It is 200 meters length, 50 gram. It was enough for me to use a half of this ball for knitting this beanie. This is the rest after knitting of the beanie. We also need knitting needles, a ruler, needle for sewing the seam, and knitting needles, circular knitting needles, the diameter 2 millimeters, and circular knitting needles with a diameter 3 millimeters. That's all we need. For the knitting of the lower part of this beanie, I took the circular knitting needles, the diameter 2 millimeters, and I cast on 8 stitches. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we are working the lower part, the petals, the eyelet of petals of our beanie. Let's do the first row. Knit 5 stitches. We knit also the first stitch, the edge stitch we also knit. Knit 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have just knitted 5 stitches. Then yarn over, and then knit 1, then yarn over again, and then knit 2 stitches. We have just worked the first row, then the second row. Purl 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have just purled 6 stitches. Then we are going to knit in the front and back. Now we are going to increase knit stitch with KFB. With KFB we are increasing the number of stitches by knitting 2 stitches into a single stitch. You first knit into the front of the loop as you would normally, but without removing the stitch from the needle. You also knit into the back of the loop. And then slip the stitch from the main needle. Then knit 3. 1, 2, 3. We have just worked the second row, then turn the work, and let's do the third row. Knit 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. then pearl 1, then knit 2, 1, 2, then yarn over, then knit 1, yarn over, and knit 3, 1, 2, 3. We have just worked the third row. Then turn the work and let's do the fourth row. Purl 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then knit in the front and back. Increase knit stitches with KFB. You first knit into the front of the loop as you would normally, but without removing the stitch from the needle. You also knit into the back of the loop and then slip the stitch from the main needle. Then knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have just worked the fourth row. Then turn the work and let's do the fifth row. Knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then purl 2, 1, 2. Then knit 3, 1, 2, 3. Then yarn over, then knit 1, yarn over, and knit 4, 2, 3, 4. We have just worked the fifth row. Then turn the work and let's do the sixth row. Purl 10 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then knit in the front and back. Increase knit stitches with KFB. You first knit into the front of the loop as you would normally, but without removing the stitch from the needle. You also knit into the back of the loop and then slip the stitch from the needle. Then knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then turn the work and let's do the seventh row. Knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then purl 3, 1, 2, 3. Then knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then yarn over, then knit 1, yarn over, and knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have just worked the seventh row. Then turn the work and let's do the eighth row. Purl 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then knit in the front and back. You first knit into the front of the loop as you would normally, but without removing the stitch from the needle. You also knit into the back of the loop and then slip the stitch from the main needle. And then knit 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have just worked the 8th row. Then turn the work and let's do the 9th row. Knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then purl for 1, 2, 3, 4, then knit 2 stitches together, then knit 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have just knitted 7 stitches. Then knit 2 stitches together through the front leg. And knit the last stitch through the front leg. We have just worked the 9th row, then the 10th row. Purl 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have just purled 10 stitches. Then knit in the front and back. You first knit into the front of the loop, but without removing the stitch from the needle. You also knit into the back of the loop and then slip the stitch from the needle. Then knit 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then turn the work and let's do the 11th row. Knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then purl 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then knit 2 stitches together through the back leg, then knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then knit 2 stitches together through the front leg, and then knit the last stitch through the front leg. We have just worked the 11th row. Here you can see the form of petal